He is the most happiest man, and he would like to share his experience how to maximize our happiness. He is a corporate consultant, and also he was working in Saudi Arabia. Other things he will introduce. He's finally giving that.
हरि ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति. Namaste, good evening ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure and honor to be present amongst this august gathering. In a group like this, which are scholars, very eminent people, blog writers, veterans, who have so much achievement, a talk like this can be a good sharing. It's a two-way interaction where we get to know each other and thoughts. A lot of people, you will be having so much profound thoughts, and whatever I say here may not be new. A lot of things are already known to everyone. Today it's an information age. We are bombarded by tsunami of information every day through social media, mainstream media, paper, newspaper. There's not a single moment where we don't get some information or the other bombarding us for attention, audio, video, talk. So, any information, any thought, any sharing could look quite familiar. After all, there's nothing new under the sun. And when we talk of empowerment and spirituality, there's a big bazaar out there. That's become a supermarket, 24-hour channels running, a lot of stuff like this. And my objective here in sharing thoughts is how we can achieve unlimited happiness through inner awareness. That's today's topic. By this, I don't mean that either you people are sad or we are not happy or we are not inner awareness. Nothing like that. It's a beautiful informal setting where we share. Thank you, Krishnan ji, for a few words about me. I am a corporate risk manager and a corporate lawyer. I have my own firm in Dubai and Bangalore. I am from Bangalore, born and brought up here. I have been working in the corporate world both in India and abroad for the past 30 years. And in the last few years, I thought, why not do some service and sharings? Because there are a lot of people out there who are requiring some kind of an assistance, a little bit of when it's dark, you just show a torch, even if you're on your phone, that helps them to manage like that. So I've been having happiness consultancy services, which is purely a service just to pay my debt to the society and people without whom I would not have achieved where I stay very close by. More details about me later on, that's not the important part of it. Now, how do you make sense out of all this spiritual... am I audible? Can you? Thank you. Yeah. When we start talking about ourselves, the most important... There's a bag.
I know that. It's my own bag.
When I came to know about SCEP, I was very happy to know about this kind of a program. It's called Senior Citizens Enrichment Program. It's such a wonderful body. I was thinking first it was Senior Citizens Empowerment Program, because empowerment is the order of the day. Whether it is ladies or senior citizens or even young adults, people look for empowerment out on which this enrichment is part of it. So it's a wonderful body to be associated with, and I'm sure all of you must be having a lot of things to do in common, and today it's my privilege to be part of it. When we start asking questions about ourselves, first of all, why somebody should be happy or why he is not happy, and what is happiness, how does inner awareness, we go step by step in this fashion. But when they say, Yadarthavadi Bahujana Virodhi. So when we start asking questions about a lot of things, some of the religious beliefs, some of the practical ideas we have been holding for a long time, some of the things will get to be questioned. So please don't mistake me for any offense. It's only a matter of interaction. It's an unbiased review of what we are doing. It's like an anatomy lecturer looking at various parts of the body and explaining and trying to understand. So, all of us know that I know what I know, but do I know what I don't know? This is the major question. We know some few subjects, probably some languages, something. I know what I know. But if I ask you, can you tell me what you don't know? That we don't know. And Socrates said, I know nothing. And I know that I know nothing. And hence I know everything. This is a very profound statement which goes to the fundamentals of our knowing. What we think we know itself is not true. A lot of things can be challenged. So, I know nothing. And I know that I know nothing. The second part is what is missing. And I know, that means I know everything. Today, I hope you won't be skeptical because SCEP is kept and as we go along, let's not be skeptical about it. So, to die young is risky. To die young is risky. To live longer is riskier. There are a lot of things we face in life which very often we are unable to share with anybody. As they say, it's always lonely at the top. As we, over a period of time, when we grow and evolve and become some status, and finally certain senior citizens special badge is given, apart from railway concessions and some few things, there are a lot of things we have to look at, which says, are we lonely? A lot of our friends, I live on the 9th main near Indiranagar Club, but I also have lived on the 2nd main, Krishwi apartment opposite the park. I have quite a lot of friends whom I interact with. One thing that strikes me with my elder brothers and sisters and senior citizens is a lot of them are very, very lonely. But they are not able to share it even with the neighbor. It's because my children are abroad for various reasons. The competition, the reservation, the problems, social structure, opportunities abroad has taken people to different places. We are all scattered. They don't have a huge property, 1 or 2 watchmen, just husband and wife. And even within husband and wife, we have already spoken so many topics. Each one spends time in front of the computer. So the senior citizen means that there is a lot of potential. In every country where you might have visited, there is so much respect given to senior citizens. First priority, you go to Canada, you go to Singapore, you go anywhere. I'm not sure if that kind of respect for the knowledge, the kind of knowledge of energy power they have is tapped here. If somebody is retired, he's given a garland, he's given some speech and some pension, and afterwards it's only tension. Now today's topic is unlimited happiness through inner awareness. The enhancement of our own inner self, the enhancement about our inner self, what are we supposed to do? What is happiness? What is unlimited happiness? Happiness cannot be limited, no? It's not like limited thali, mini meal. Either you are 100% happy or you're not. I can't say I'm 25% happy and 25% neutral, 50% unhappy. It's like honesty. Either you are 100% honest or you're not. So what is it that unlimited happiness and how? And what is happiness? We will be covering those things. Today's technology has made life very comfort, life is very comfortable due to technology. We just came by lift. 100 years ago, this could not have, a lot of things we enjoy would not have been possible by our grandfathers or great-grandfathers. The earlier generations never had the benefit of an automobile or a car or a mobile phone and all the facilities. But has that made us relatively or commensurately happy? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. Now, with technology, you are able to talk to your son abroad on WhatsApp every day. We discuss so many things. Skype, everything. I remember a story where an NRI son was very caring for his mother. She was alone and she was very weak. So he founded a beautiful, luxurious 5-star resort. So he went and paid a lot of money. He put her there and said, "Mama, take care. I'm working for Intel. So she was another generation, so she couldn't Skype also. So she was sitting and enjoying the benefits of it. So once in 2-3 months, he used to fly down and ask, "Mama, are you happy?" He used to generously tip all the attenders. So she said, "Beta, I'm very happy. Only one problem. You are tipping the attenders so much that on my wheelchair, even if it goes one side, immediately they come and rush and make me sit straight. I'm not even able to pass wind because of that." I hope it's okay to laugh, because so comfort means what? Is it just external facilities that are there? Is it that we have to sacrifice our inner peace for the external comfort? External engineering has brought all these comforts. What about the inner engineering? What is the inner engineering that we look upon us, so that each individual has to do this inner engineering himself? Now, as a human being, these 5 senses is beautifully working, and as we grow older, some of them may not be as working efficiently as earlier. But is it possible to know the unknown just through these 5 senses? Is it possible to know the Pancha, Prapancha, Panchabhuta, the universe, big vast universe outside, and the Jnana Indriyas, through these 5 Pancha Indriyas? The seeing, all the taste, but everything. As I say, all religions insist on peace. Salam alaikum, peace be upon you, rest in peace. All those things we say Shanti, Tan Man Dhan, we say Shanti, Shanti. But how truly are we peaceful? Because peace is different from silence. Silence is absence of noise. But peace is a feeling which goes deep inside. And if you are not really peaceful, you can't be really happy. So how do we, and peace is not a destination, it's a state of being. So when we say, how to be peaceful, how to be happy, it starts with knowing thyself. Now if you come across a road, you were just walking, taking a morning walk, you come across a person and he's just standing, blinking, and you're a very good Samaritan, you want to go and ask him, "Excuse me, who are you?" He says, "I don't know." "Tell me, where are you from?" "I don't know." "Where are you going?" "I don't know." "What are you doing here?" "I don't know." What would you think that man is? Sir, please. Raghavan sir. Please. Yeah?
Mentally retarded.
Mentally retarded. Anything else? I like this to be interactive.
Alzheimer's.
Yes. Then, madam? What would you think of a person who says he doesn't know who he is? He doesn't know what he is doing? He doesn't know where he has come from? He doesn't know where he is going?
Because arrogance, you don't declare who he is.
Arrogance, Alzheimer, mentally
He is a realized soul.
rare?
He is a realized soul.
Realized soul.
He is a
In a way, Commander is partly right. The reason is, do you know, you may ask this question. If Loganathan sir, "Sir, who are you?" He said, "I'm Loganathan." He is a great Tamil poet. He generously gifted me his poems. Since I also have the fondness for writing poems of my childhood. I really glanced through it and I enjoyed it. And if I ask him, who are you? What the answer will be? I am Lokanathan. But that is the name. Who are you? Lokanathan is the name kept by his parents. But who are you? That question, you will say you don't know. Fact is that we may hate to admit we just don't know. It's an alphanumeric. If suppose a constable is working as in 503 in Indira police station, inspector call 503. Chai Kadwa. He is 503 identified. But a school student, 42 will be his roll call number. So 42, present miss. Your identity is a number. But are you the person? Who are we then? Who is that I? This is I say this is my mind, this is my shirt, this is my hand, this is my body. Who is the possessor? If this is my pen, I am the owner and I have a pen. This is my pen, this is my hand. Who is that I? This is my body, my body. It's not I body. Even if it's iPhone, it's my iPhone. It's not iPhone alone. Who is that person who owns that body? Who is the person who resides in that? Now we look at body. With all due respect, please bear with me, and I'd like this to be a little more informal. And although the topic is serious, we need not be serious because those who are serious end up as casualties. So, body, this body we call our body. Is it you? If there is you, what were you 25 years ago? That was a young, nice body. 60 years ago, a small kid. Because the collective wisdom, collective intelligence of this group will be more than 1500 years. If you just add up all the experiences and without taking overtime into account, we are talking about 1500, 2000 years. So this knowledge, whatever I'm sharing, will be very insignificant grain of sand. But still I thought it is an opportunity more to meet our good friends and share. So coming back to the subject of who am I, this body is a collection of the molecules exchanged within the universe, be in the form of air, in the form of water, in the form of food we ate, from a zygote stage to present stage. All the sambars and idlis and mountains of rice and truckloads of food we ate has made us this. So it is from the Panchabhutas, all the five elements which are outside. If the heat is not there in the body, the water is not there, the air is not there, the space is not there, earth is not there, then we are not there. So, and can I be a little more down to earth? Down to earth means really down to earth. This body, if I call it with due respect, what the food you ate today or the snacks you had now, about 6 months ago, you know what was it in the form of? Somebody else's T. In Mysore Zoo, people pay 50 lakhs to 1 crore for the contract to collect animal shit. They take it very demand. So much, especially some animals is much more in demand. Horse. To take a group of or a flock of sheep into your field, I have a small field. To take them into your field, you have to pay 5,000 rupees for 2 days. What they do, they eat the grass there and their droppings, and those droppings are very, very nutritious. So, if you have eaten something, it is as matter and energy can neither be destroyed nor be created. It's only recycled. We are nothing but recycling this again and again and again. So, this body, if we are looking at as a very valuable stuff, it may be Aishwarya Rai or it may be Sylvester Stalin or you just name anybody, he is nothing but this. And the body, when you look at the waste products produced, you take 5 or 6 or 7 cups, put some urine or stool or phlegm or all the secretions, everything in blood, hair, nail, you won't even want to look at it again. So when it comes to body, it's that understanding that makes you much more humble. If somebody is trying to say that, oh, you have become old, he is on the way. No, but because for people, there are 3 ages involved, 3 types of ages. One is a chronological age. That's a date of birth, passport age or whatever, the date of birth to date, number of days actually lived. Next is biological age. Some people may be 70 years, but because of their food habits and the discipline and whatever they have followed, they would be 20 years younger in terms of energy, in terms of. Third is psychological age. Some people may not be that energetic, etc. May not be a yoga practice, whatever it is, but mentally they are 25-year-old in terms of alertness, in terms of thoughts, in terms of approach. Same way vice versa applies. Vice versa is a 25-year-old, a 30-year-old look like, talk like, thought like, they're very old. So age is only a matter of mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Especially in today's context in Bangalore, we have IT people. I go to a lot of IT companies for counseling or this kind of discussion where the topic and the content is different. You won't believe it takes at least a week for me to bring them out of their cloister. Just to communicate, establish, I need password. So I tell them, male gender is called he, female gender is called she, the other is called it. It is actually IT. So they all become it. Because IT, it. So he plus IT is it. I don't want to go to the other one. Next we come to mind. A lot of people will say never mind. One who understands and masters and manages a mind, he manages the world. Mind is the master of your body and your destiny, and your breathing is the master of the mind. Mind is a very, very complex, at the same time very simple. Both spectrums, very few people have understood the human anatomy. At least we can understand because we go through it, pains here, we go MRI, oh this we know. Mind is something which, luckily, this part of the world, we know a lot more understanding about mind and psychological aspects than. Now, about 60,000 thoughts come into our minds every day. Every day, 50 to 60,000 thoughts. It's like a mixie which is running all the time. What happens if you run your mixie 24/7? Then what happens is, you create so many thoughts and directly affecting your energy, the pranic energy. A king wanted to know the secret of living forever. So he approached a saint in that particular area and kept on pestering. Can you tell me that mantra which if I recite, I will be able to live forever? He said, saying, no, nothing like that. But he kept on pestering. He didn't want to accept that king. The saint, how much ever he tried to avoid that, he could not do it. So king, as a saint, thought, what do I do now? Because this guy can harm me also. So he said, okay. He knew what the nature of the person was. So he said, I will tell you the mantra on one condition, that this is the only time I will tell you, and there is another condition that I am prepared to accept any condition. Tell me what is the mantra. So the saint didn't know what to do. He called him, he initiated him into Mahamritanjaya mantra. But that does not guarantee him to become Markandeya. No? Obviously, he cannot live forever. So how do you... He said, when you recite this mantra, never think of monkeys. If you think of monkeys, this mantra won't work. He put... Then what happens? Every time he sat to recite the mantra, black monkey, white monkey, brown monkey, how to avoid monkey? This mind is such a monkey that the more you tell, don't do it, it will start doing it. It's our... So when we cannot manage our own minds, we try to manage everybody else. some of you might have been CEOs or commanders, and some of you would have been very senior positions, managing hundreds of people, and or in our own family. What happens is we try to manage. Why he is not listening to me? Why is that fellow? But do we listen to ourselves? Can you sit in one particular place for half an hour, 40 minutes, 1 hour, doing nothing? No WhatsApp, no smartphone, no TV, no newspaper, just sit. So difficult, because mind is that king's mind. So king sat and got so crazy that I don't want to live forever, I might as well go, he said, and he left the thing. That's how the mind plays the magic on this. Now coming to intellect, buddhi, we covered what is body, because there's a huge subject. Each of these are elaborately discussed on various things, but this is an introduction thought, and I know my time consciousness, I like to do that. When it comes to intellect, buddhi, it is again acquired here. Body was acquired here with all the mangoes and fruits and things. Mind is also full of emotions. It offers many a time, mind can be really traumatic. Kama, krodha, moha. All the sukha, dukkha, all the things that torments emotion, jealousy. Then it can also have positive thought like compassion. All the emotions, love, that will complete later. But when it comes to intellect, what is intellect? Now I'm making some sounds. You're making sense out of it. I am making some sounds here in a particular language or whatever you call it. You make sense out of it. If I make the same sound in some other language, you'll not be able to make sound knowledge of it. You understand what I'm saying? It's you who are making the sense out of what I'm saying. That intellect was acquired here. Somebody taught you that these words mean this. Now suppose I say, Entschuldigen Sie bitte, sind Sie Deutscher? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Wie heißen Sie? When you work, one of you, a few people who are probably going to Maximal Advance, say, Guten Morgen, auf Wiedersehen. If I start all those small, or any other language, you may not, Oriya or Bengali, it will only sound. You cannot make sense of. It's you who is making sense of. Similarly, we make sense out of all those things around us with this intellect called buddhi. The discriminatory and discretionary faculties arising out of it. Now, are we that buddhi? We are not the body. Who thinks we are the body? If you are the body, then look at your 10-year-old photograph which you may be having at home. Where is that? That was also Kamala, Vimala, Lokanath, yes sir? Where is that body? Where is that mind? What mind you had? Morning you want to donate 5,000 to a particular cause. By the time afternoon the fellow comes, the mind says, "Arey yaar, 5,000, that will make it 2,000. The mind changes. So that's all what's changing. Intellect is, you acquire it here. And as I started with that, we know what we know, but we do not know what we do not know. Intellect also has got limitations. But so, the personality of a person is not the body, not the mind, not the intellect. So intellect again I can go on and on, quite a thing, but let's leave it to that. Are we the energy? Because apart from body, mind and intellect, there is another thing which runs, it's called energy. Without energy, without the force that makes me or you function, all this body, mind, intellect will become limited. As a Shiva and Shakti. That's the reason why we have in our ancient text called Shiva Shakti. Ida and Pingana. Chandranadi, Suryanadi. If Shakti is not there, energy is not. Shakti is not there, Shiva becomes Shavati. Because without energy, without life force. So that is actually, you know, we all knowing Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Jnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, all the different psychic bodies we have. Now coming to this happiness. We have now identified what we are not. We'll go to what we are later on. But when it comes to happiness,